Hi, everybody. I just wanted to talk very quickly about the mindset of a yo yo dieter. Now, I know that a lot of people out there have been caught in a cycle for decades of yo yo dieting, and I know the frustration and just the energy consumption that it takes to be constantly fixated on your physical body, its appearance, its energy, its health, and its size. Now, TKS is a little bit different because it's a diet program, yes, but it's a diet program with a massive difference. And the massive difference is that not only do I coach people through expelling the myths of weight loss, because there are many, but also the mindset side of it's just so critical. What causes people to be a yo-yo dieter is essentially the cycle between success and sabotage. We become successful, we start out all guns ho on a Monday morning, we're into the diet, and often within a very short period of time, something will trigger something within us that really another part of our consciousness almost wakes up, another part of it, our voice and the inner critic inside starts emerging. And at that point, the inner critic goes, you're so stressed out, you're so tired, you're so worn down, the shit's hit the fan today. So just, it won't matter if you have a little something off plan. And so then what happens is that we give in to that voice and we kind of fall off the wagon, I suppose, for want of a better term for it. So we fall off the wagon, and then as soon as we fall off the wagon, that voice inside of us, that inner critic aspect of ourselves, starts hammering us even more. That part of us will just go, see, you're a loser, you failed again, you can't stick at anything, you may as well just give up and quit. And no diet ever works for you, nothing's successful. There are a few components involved with this, okay? One of them is that how we do life is how we do food. If we emotionally eat, if we eat when we're stressed, if we eat when we're happy, because we eat often for a whole bunch of reasons, a whole myriad of emotional triggers can cause us to use food as celebration or as an opportunity to sabotage ourselves. But if we don't become mindful of our relationship with food and mindful of those triggers by first of all understanding our own psychological needs in life and how it is that we're operating across the day, if we don't become mindful of those things, then we can never overcome this yo-yo dieting pattern. The other side of it is not only learning to understand your own mindset and why that's so important, but also understanding what happens on a diet. It is normal to have plateaus on any weight loss program. It is normal. And this is the number one time women will just give up and quit and surrender. And because they think, I'm trying so hard, I'm doing everything right, I'm sticking to this 100%. Yet if they don't see results pretty much daily, certainly if you don't see results in a whole week, which is normal, by the time you get to week 3 on any program, you're going to plateau for a week. That is the critical time that your mindset becomes absolutely critical to your success. The reason why the body plateaus is that once you drop, usually around 5 kilos or about 11 or 12 pounds, what happens at that point is that the body almost goes into a bit of a lockdown where it's going, okay, I've got some other adjusting to do. I'm going to just plateau here while I allow my hormones to readjust. I allow my hypothalamus to reset as the master gland, the hormonal and stress responses that are occurring in my body. There is a number of physiological changes that occur during a normal and healthy and expected weight loss plateau, but yet that's the time that most people quit. And that's another reason for kind of starting this whole yo-yo dieting, start, stop, start, stop. So what I do as a coach is I really educate you on both the mindset side of it, the understanding of how you're operating in the day, the relationship with food that you have, so that you're just completely aware all the time, consciously aware, and that you feel as though you have a greater sense of control over those situations where otherwise you can feel out of control. And I also bring into your awareness what that inner critic does, because that inner critic is definitely that part that when you hit a plateau or that you hit a tough spot in your journey, that inner critic's going to come in and rear its head and say, see, I told you it's not going to work. I told you it's just like every other diet. And not only that, it doesn't just put down the diet or the process, because we know without a doubt that my process works. What it does is it attacks you and it damages you. And so this is the cycle that we get into, where we get our heads around starting, we put all the best efforts into it, but if we don't have the skills and we don't have the knowledge and the understanding of the real process of weight loss and a journey back to our deeper selves, we're not going to be able to do it alone. And I think that's why TKS is just so critically successful, because of the support that we give each other as a community, that incredible support to nurture us through the highs and lows, because there is no straight line in life. Life is the journey of the highs and the lows, and when we're low, we need support and help to be able to get us back up to those high places. So yeah, so I just thought I'd just mention those two aspects. Understand that the mind will trick you to go off a diet. Emotions will sabotage you if you're not aware of how to handle them better. And there is a normal process to weight loss, such as a natural occurring plateau that happens at certain stages across a journey. Now, if you understand those elements, then you'll have all the skills to be able to completely get off that yo-yo dieting cycle.